Hey Warriors fans, before we jump into this video, I want you to predict the amount of wins the Warriors are going to have this season. All you got to do, go down below in the comments, give me your best prediction on how many wins. Is it 45? Is it 50? Is it 55? Is it 60? Is it 73? Might be a little generous, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And remember, our partner BetDSI, take those predictions, use our promo code DEAL120, and you, if your prediction is right, could win a lot of money betting on the Warriors. Again, the over-under at all the sports books are like 47.5 wins right now. So take your comment, the one you just put down there saying, oh, the Warriors will win 50 games. Use it with BetDSI, chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code DEAL120 when you first sign up, and you will get a 120% signing bonus. It's the best deal out there whenever you get started on a betting website. Literally, you put $50 down, you get $60 for free. You put it all on the Warriors, and if you're right, as you probably will be, because I think the Warriors will be pretty good this year, you can win a lot of money. Again, chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code DEAL120. All right, let's jump into our first rumor. This one actually about Steph Curry and what his teammates and coaches are saying about him this year. So, Steph Curry needs to have a big year. We all know this. He's shown that in a couple of these preseason games, again against the T-Wolves, dropped 40 points just last Thursday. But it's what the teammates and coaches are saying about him off the floor, in terms of what they're saying in press conferences about what they've seen from him on the floor, that is very, very intriguing. So Steve Kerr was quoted saying, we'll pull it up here, it's the perfect time physically and mentally where everything's come together. He's in the prime age-wise, strength and conditioning-wise, and defensively, he's seen everything that's come his way. Teams have played him every possible way you can think of, and he's had a year now to work on counters. Again, Steve Kerr, and I think it was Alec Burks as well, who have said this is the best version of Steph Curry they have ever seen going into the 2019 season. Now, that's scary, thinking of the fact that we've seen some pretty darn good MVP-level Steph Currys over the past couple of years. If he takes that next step, this could be a monster year, not only for Golden State, but obviously for Steph Curry himself, as he has a real shot to win the NBA MVP, especially with the injuries, no Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant leaving as well. Before we move on, though, what's interesting about what Steve Kerr said, besides the fact that this is the best Steph Curry he has ever seen, it's that the very end, he said teams have played him every possible way that you can think of. He's had years now to work on counters. You remember the boxing one, I believe is what it was called, during the NBA Finals? Whenever Klay and Durant were not there, the defense that Toronto was running. I think that is something that other teams could implement against the Warriors this season early, especially with no Klay Thompson and obviously no Kevin Durant. I think Steph Curry has had a whole offseason to prepare to how to beat that. We saw what he did again Thursday against the Warriors last night as well, but at the same time, he is ready to go. And if it's all true, teammates and coaches are right, then this might literally be the best pro season Steph Curry has ever had in the NBA. And I cannot wait to get started, especially in that home opener on the 24th against Toronto. It could be a big game. Could be a very, very big game and a big year for Steph Curry. How many, or let me just ask you guys this. Will this be Steph Curry's best year as a pro? Simple as that. Will it be Steph Curry's best season as a pro in the NBA? If you agree, tell me why. If you disagree, tell me why as well, down in the comment section down below. All right, moving on here. This is the evergreen story, the story that keeps on growing here, and it has to do with the Warriors and Marquese Chriss and the possibility of potentially keeping the big man on the official roster once we get to opening day. He's been starting, obviously, due to the injuries, been starting a lot, playing a lot in the preseason. Willie Cauley-Stein, Kevon Looney, they've been out for a while. We all know this, but Steve Kerr recently in press conferences has been giving him a ton of praise, saying he's been impressed, he's been surprised with how good Marquese Chriss has been. But the problem is, the Warriors can't just keep him. The Warriors have very limited cap space, and so there are only a couple of ways that you could technically keep Chriss, and I'll explain those right now. So, your first way of doing it is cutting someone, aka cutting Alfonzo McKinnie. Listen, McKinnie's contract is not guaranteed. He has struggled. The problem with this is that they would lose depth at the wing position, but McKinnie is the player we've talked about who could either start at the small forward or not make the team. And so if they really like Marquese Chriss, and they're big fans of Jordan Poole or whoever else you want to play at the 3 spot, they could let go of Alfonzo McKinnie to make room for Marquese Chriss. Another way, trade somebody. So you could trade someone away. The problem with that is that you cannot trade Willie Cauley-Stein, you cannot trade Glenn Robinson, and you cannot trade Alec Burks until December 15th. That leaves Amari Spellman, Jordan Poole or Jacob Evans as potential trade partners, or trade targets, I should say. Spellman being the most likely because I think they really like what they have with Jordan Poole and Jacob Evans as well. But if you traded someone, cleared up some cap space, then you could also sign Marquese Chriss. Now, the only other way, the bend the rules way on how you could keep Chriss on this roster is to give him a two-way contract, officially make him a two-way player. Now that means he plays in the G League, but also can play 45 days, spend 45 days with the Warriors. You use all 45 of those days early on in the season in the starting rotation. Then when you get past December 15th, when you can trade Robinson or Cauley-Stein or Alec Burks or other players, then you trade one of those players and then sign Marquese Chriss to a full one-year deal or however long you want to sign him for. So, I know a lot of Warriors fans want to know if they're going to keep Marquese Chriss. I think they're going to try to, but those are really the only three ways I see that they're going to be able to do it. So again, cut somebody, aka Alfonso McKinney, trade someone away. I guess Amari Spellman's your only shot, even though you got him, a couple months ago. And then you could do the, the under-the-radar rules where you make him a G League player. He plays all 45 days that he's allowed in the NBA, and then by the time his 45 days is up, he's got to go back to the G League. Then you go ahead and trade someone because that trade deadline of December 15th is up, and you can let go of some other players there who might not be contributing based on where the season is at. That one is the most likely, but we'll see what happens here over the next couple of days. Question for you guys here. Leave a comment down below. Should we keep Marquese Chriss? Are you as high on Chriss as much as, Kerr is or the other teammates or Warrior media people are? I like him. Is he a difference maker in terms of, playoffs or anything like that? No, but I think he'd be a good piece to add into the rotation, especially with the injuries to Looney and Cauley-Stein. So I would like to keep him, but it's up to you guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. How about this one? This one is interesting. It's not going to change your life, but it's interesting. Draymond Green is reportedly back on his playoff diet. Yes, okay, first off, I didn't realize Draymond Green had a playoff diet. Did you guys realize that Draymond Green ups his diet, gets in better shape during the postseason than during the regular season? I did not know that, but apparently that's a thing. So the Warriors, of course, need Draymond Green to step up this year with the injuries and the absences and Klay Thompson and no Durant. We all know, right? You guys tired of me talking about the injury to Klay Thompson yet? It's a factor, just in case you guys realize. So Draymond's got to step up. We all know this because injuries have also not only, hindered the team, but hindered the team's chemistry. And it showed early on in the first preseason game whenever they got blown out by the Lakers. The guys aren't used to playing with Amari Spellman and stuff like that. So, I guess to counter this, Draymond Green, knowing he must step up even more than he already does year in and year out, has reverted to his playoff diet where he talked about getting back into this best shape of his life and also eating very, very healthy during the regular season, not just in the postseason, will hopefully allow him to take that next step. Again, will we notice this on the court? Is it going to be like, oh, wow, Draymond Green definitely on the playoff diet right now? I don't know. But at the same time, I think this is good news for all Warriors fans. The healthier, the better, right? We want all of our players to be in their playoff form, their playoff diets for the entire 82-game seasons. But it was interesting to me to see that Draymond was not doing it, and now he is. So we'll see what happens this season. But again, Steph, next step. Draymond might be doing the next step as well. How many points you guys think Draymond Green will average this year? Is he going to be 15? Does he need to be in the 20s, lower 20s? Is it just in terms of being the glue guy, being the bouncer? How many points? Let me know in the comments down below. And our final rumor here today for the Golden State Warriors news and rumors video here on Chat Sports has to do with Glenn Robinson and the small forward position. Again, these are the big deals, the big issues that we're trying to solve right now as we inch closer and closer to the NBA regular season, and that has to do with the small forward position, or the three. The position that Kevin Durant usually played, or the position that Klay Thompson would be playing, because, of course, Steph would be at the 1, D'Angelo Russell at the 2, and then you need someone to be at the 3 because it's not going to be Klay Thompson. So, they signed Glenn Robinson this offseason. He is known more as a dunker, being in the dunk contest just a couple of years ago. But, of course, he's trying to compete for the small forward position. What's interesting, though, is that he might have Draymond Green's seal of approval because Draymond Green was the one who tried to recruit him to Golden State this offseason. Robinson said recently in a quote, "I've said it in the past, but I looked at the Warriors a couple of years back. Draymond Green gave me a call. I knew this was always a great fit for me. I'm just excited to be here and just have an opportunity to play and compete for the starting spot." And it looks like he's going to get a real shot, especially here in the preseason, to prove that he is willing or able to be a small forward and the starting small forward for the Golden State Warriors. Because again, You got McKinney there, you got Glenn Robinson, you got Alec Burks. You could maybe move D'Lo to the 3 and then go ahead and put Jordan Poole at the 2 if you wanted to mix that in. They're going to have a lot of lineups, but your first initial lineup, your starting 5, has got to include a true small forward, and maybe Glenn Robinson could be that guy, depending on what he does, over the next couple of days and weeks here in the preseason. This, to me, because I'm thinking about how important is our 3 guy going to be? How important is our small forward? Does he have to get X amount of points for us to be good? Does it not matter? Just play good defense, hit a couple of threes? I'm not sure. Like, if Steph and D'Angelo Russell and Draymond going to carry all the slack, I don't know. But I do know I want the best small forward out there, whether it's Alfonso McKinney, whether it's Glenn Robinson, Alec Burks, anybody else. And so if Glenn Robinson competes and pushes people and becomes the 3, great, he deserves it. If not, well, then that means hopefully someone else beat him out and is better at it than he would have been. But that's an interesting name to keep an eye on here for the small 4 position with the Golden State Warriors. Who do you guys think should start at small 4? McKinney? Is it Robinson? Is it Burks? Type A or M for Alfonso McKinney, R for Robinson, and B for Burks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Well, what's your ideal starting 5? Is it Steph, Jordan Poole, D'Lo, Draymond, Willie Cauley-Stein? Is it something else? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Sure to subscribe to Chat Sports. Of course, we're getting closer and closer to NBA time. We're almost to 140,000 subscribers as well, so give it a subscribe and a like there. Plenty more NBA videos in the upcoming days here on Chat Sports. That's all the time we have for today on our NBA news and our Warriors news and rumors video. Be sure to get your win predictions down below. Let me know what you guys think. How many wins will the Warriors have? I always like seeing those comments. I read every single one, and I almost respond to a lot of comments as well, so be on the lookout for that over the next couple of days. For Chat Sports, I'm Thomas Mott. All the time we have for today. Signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.